For too many years I've been smothered beneath the surface, blind to the beauty of terror.
For my fourth design tour, I'd like to discuss Aquaria by Bitblot. Aquaria is mostly notable for its excellent audiovisual production values and unique, well-developed setting. In this video, we'll first deconstruct the graphics, and then look at some of its hidden gameplay features. The different areas of Aquaria have very different looks, but they're all drawn in the same way, by layering hundreds of images together. The built-in level editor gives me a convenient way to demonstrate this. Even the seamless rock walls are drawn with many small rock segments, and then the bigger set pieces are carefully placed by hand. More distant elements are added in a parallax layer, behind the level and in front of the background gradient, to give more of an illusion of depth. Even the lighting is added in the same way. Beams of light and blobs of shadow are manipulated and placed just like any other object. Because the background and character images are all drawn in the same way by the same artist, Derek Yu, the whole scene comes together with a consistent look. This method of using freely transformed tiles instead of traditional square ones is only possible with modern graphics hardware, but it's likely to be the future of 2D game technology. Aquaria uses 2D skeletal animation, so the characters are divided into component parts, which are rotated in a hierarchical fashion to form poses. These poses can then be combined into a set of keyframes, which are interpolated to form the final smooth animation.
Slowly, I awoke. For a moment I had no idea where I was.
This is a powerful technique that gives polished results, but it has a significant limitation compared to traditional animation. All of the poses have to be completely flat. This usually is not a problem, but it's most obvious when characters turn around. Audio is the other half of the presentation, and it's also very high quality, with some excellent songs written and performed by programmer Alec Haloka. The audio still holds up even if you turn off the music. There are also 357 different sound effects, which help add background ambiance, identify different enemies, and accentuate actions. They're all very well done, but there's one that I think could have used more attention to context. Nausya's attack sound is long and soft, but it's a rapid-fire attack. So during a fight, often the sounds are drowned out by a blur of overlapping fire sounds. Now I'd like to talk about the hidden features of Aquaria. In the beginning of the game, there's a brief tutorial that tells you how to move and dash, how to access the map, and how to sing notes. However, there are many essential things that it never tells you. Outside the home cave, all of the save points are well hidden, but you can still see them as red circles on your minimap. This seems like a small detail, but the game is not really playable without knowing this. Without using this feature, you can explore for hours without finding a save point, and then you die and have to start all over again. Many reviews complain that you couldn't see which parts of the map you've explored. You can, the game just never tells you how. You can click on different sections of the map to highlight them and see which parts you've explored. The game also doesn't tell you that you can place markers by clicking these little triangles, and that you have to move them down a bit to be accurate. This is essential because you keep getting new powers that let you pass old obstacles, and it would be impossible to find them again without leaving notes on the map.
As I sang, I could feel the verse flowing through me. Certain songs stirred the verse deeply, causing changes in the surrounding waters. The first song I had discovered would wrap the verse around me, protecting me from environmental dangers.
The spell doesn't protect you against environmental damage. It reflects magic projectiles. Any kind of physical or environmental hazard will still hurt you. Also, all of the spells have a numeric hotkey. The shield spell can be cast instantly by pressing 9. This is not mentioned anywhere in the game, or even in the control screen. Similarly, you can hold down the R key to form a whirlpool which sucks all nearby items towards you. This is really useful, but I didn't figure this out until about 10 hours in. Also, you can swim with a keyboard, leaving your mouse free to aim, look, or cast spells independently. There are many other hidden aspects of Aquaria besides the controls. Sometimes when you kill big boss characters, all you get is a new outfit. I found this really disappointing at the time, but later I found out that these new outfits have undocumented powers. For example, this jellyfish costume regenerates your health if it falls below 50%, making it the most useful item in the game. However, I almost didn't put it on, because the dead jellyfish is certainly not the most flattering outfit in Naja's wardrobe. This is the same trap I've fallen into in all the games I've made, like Black Shades and Lugaru. I assume that everybody already knows about all the cool features I've put in, and I don't have to explain them. You have to remember that from a player's perspective, anything we don't show them might as well not be in the game. It's no use making great features if nobody ever finds out about them. There are a lot of puzzles that make it easy to get stuck. For example, almost everyone I sent the demo to got stuck at this door here. There are many things that could go wrong. The player could just swim past and not even realize that it's a door. The player could assume that the whirlpool pattern means that you have to create one. The player could leave the cave and look for the solution elsewhere and never find it. Even if the player stumbles upon these markings on the wall, there are even more things that could go wrong. He could miss that these are note markings, or could try and sing that song and forget about it when it doesn't do anything. The solution to this puzzle seems obvious once you know it, but there are many ways that an intelligent player could still miss it and give up on the game. Similarly, puzzle solutions that seem like they should work sometimes don't. Several times I thought I figured out a clever solution to a puzzle, for example by trapping a glowing fish in a bubble to light my way. But it didn't work, because it wasn't the solution that was programmed in. I also found a recipe for poison food and thought I could feed it to this all-devouring boss, but that didn't work either. I never found a use for this poison recipe, so I'm not sure why it's in the game. This is a classic problem in adventure games. The player may not find the intended solution, or may find unintended solutions. The classic answer to this is to observe playtesters trying the game for the first time to see where they get stuck and what alternate solutions they find, and provide dialogue cues to gently guide them back onto the right track. Like the Myst series, Aquaria gives no feedback like this. This is certainly a valid design choice, but I think most players won't be able to finish the game without some kind of walkthrough. Aquaria is available from bitblot.com for Windows and Mac, and it's a unique game that combines a lot of new ideas. Even if you don't like it, you can learn a lot by experimenting with the built-in modding tools. If you have any comments about this video, or suggestions for future ones, please let me know on the Wolfire blog.